Good evening, guys and girl. This is your co-host with you, Meshif, and riding shotgun with me, as always, is.
Hi, I'm Axion, and we say girl because due to YouTube Insight, apparently we have one female viewer.
Yeah, we've been checking out those viewer stats, and there's one girl apparently who has been watching our videos. So if you we'll give you we applaud you and for giving us a little bit of gender diversity on our channel.
That's always nice. We're going to be casting a 1v1 on Shakiras or Shakuras, or however you pronounce it, Plateau. If you guys have any insight on that, please post it and let us know. It's going to be between Nox, the red Zerg, and RippnNTerran, the blue Terran. And big thanks to Nox for sending this in. As always, we say include your level if you can within the replay, just so we know, because it's nice to let people know what level we're casting. And he's going to be a platinum player.
Yeah, most of the games we've casted so far have been all different ranges. I think from bronze all the way up to platinum. So we're trying to give you guys a wide diversity of levels of play and experience and knowledge about the game. So you guys can, there's something for everyone. So from a casual player to a grizzled veteran, if you will, there's something that they can learn from every game.
Yeah, it looks like pretty standard play all around. Pool on 14 from Nox, and Deco at 10, Barracks at 12 from our Terran player, RippnNTerran. It really just makes me think of John Daly's little grip it and rip it slogan for all you golf players out there with the gas on 14 there.
Yeah, I definitely don't watch or pay attention to golf, but I appreciate the reference to all our golf fans out there. And about one note about the map, Shakira's plateau. I prefer Shakira's plateau. The pop singer. But definitely tell us what you guys think, how you should pronounce it, because even the great caster Husky does not have a definitive way to pronounce this map. So I guess there's no general consensus yet.
It looks like an expansion is going down for Nox around 16. I'm curious to see what he's going to do with this gas, because that was pretty good and then it expanded. And he's yet to get wing speed, so maybe we'll see an early lair, as it looks like his Overlord has scouted, and it might get picked off by this Marine from RippnNTerran, and that would be a pretty big loss this early in the game.
Yeah, it looks like he's definitely going to go down. That is something you want to be careful of.
Yeah, I think you're right. He's done for, lived a short life, but he got, well, maybe not that much scouting information. I'm sorry, Overlord. You did not do a great job there.
He did see the wall, the choke at the choke, and he did see the second barracks going down, but he did not see the factory. So we'll see how that comes into effect the game. The fact that he does not see that factory, so maybe we'll see some early Hellions or something like that able to go harass.
Well, it looks like the Overlord did redeem himself a little bit then with that scouting info. But, I mean, enough about this Overlord. I've got to get off that topic and on to the Queen that is halfway done from Nox's hatchery.
Yeah, we see the second extractor going up in Nox's main, and the second hatchery just finishes. So we'll see if he can start cranking out those drones and looking to play a macro game. While looks like a 2 racks 1 factory build from RippnNTerran is he's got a decent unit composition. He's got 1 Marauder, a couple Marines out already. Researching that Marauder slow, which is maybe a little strange since he only has 1 Marauder out. He's just getting his second, but he definitely went kind of heavy Marines first, as this 1 barracks does not have a reactor on it. So we'll see if it's going to be end up being worth it for the Marauder slow upgrade.
Yeah, he's definitely going for a really diverse unit composition, like you said. He's getting a second Hellion out right now. As Nox goes down 2 spine crawlers by the Nashville, and I actually really like this play. Especially as a Zerg expanding early there, it's pretty important to have some sort of defense. He does have a Queen out, and I mean, maybe 1 spine crawler would have been fine. But I mean, if you have the minerals, it's always better to be safe than sorry. And I'm going to be really interested to see when a push comes here from RippnNTerran. I'd imagine when it would be around when he got his 3rd or 4th Marauder or his 3rd or 4th Hellion, because those Hellions will easily be able to roast away any Zerglings that come in, and the Marauders can try to focus down the spines. Although with 2 of them there, it may be a pretty tough task.
Yeah, Nox does have his roach warren, but I do not believe there's any roaches on the map yet. So he just has a few zerglings, these two spine crawlers, and that I believe just that. Well, he just does have one queen at each base, but if
He has five roaches going up at the moment.
okay, there we go. Yeah, we do see.
However, his gas right now is almost above 700, and it looks like he is supply blocked. So, I mean, I'd imagine a Spire would be going down, and maybe some Mutas, but it looks like he throws down a third Spine Crawler as the Terran push is coming across the map.
Yeah, it looks like there's going to be engagements here. It's going to be pretty close. There's two spine crawlers, a couple roaches, a third spine crawler going down. So those Hellions peek in there, see what's going on, and they're going to see what they can do here. It's looking like it might be against RippnTerran right now with both those queens and those roaches as well.
And he's got to be careful not to lose this Overlord, because that'll put him under supply again. It just did. But with those three spines up, he should be able to hold that off just fine. I'm really curious where he's going with all this gas. He may be planning some crazy macro into a high tech up that RippnTerran just might not be prepared for if he's able to hold off this initial push.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to maybe for him to try to go around the back door and break down these rocks. If he kept maybe just a couple units out here to keep the pressure out front. So Nox was worried about that. He could have been breaking down these rocks from his main back door. He does have the Overlord there. Nox does have an Overlord to scout it, which is a good play. But something he could think about doing at this point.
Yeah, and it looks like he has RippnTerran. Has a siege tank on the way, as well as siege tech, which is always a good way to break down those spine crawler walls. And it looks like finally Nox is putting that gas to use, getting his glare up. Although he's almost around 1,000 for resources.
Yep, we do see the an eBay going up for RippnTerran over here, so we'll see how he uses that. And I think this is our first siege tank is now out on the map.
Siege tech's about halfway done. Good thing to note, which I always use as kind of a mental timing in my head, is that as you're researching siege tech, it'll finish just before, maybe 10-15 seconds before your second tank finishes. If you start them at the same time. So that's always a good point to push when you get 2 or 3 tanks, because on your way out, you know that you'll have siege tech there and you'll be able to reinforce. And once you get these tanks up, I don't know, I think you should get 1 or 2, maybe 3 more Marauders to help deal with these roaches, but I think Nox is going to be in quite a bit of trouble.
Yeah, he's got really good placement on the tank. I think it's going to be able to just... Oh, it was just a little too far away. He's going to have to push up just a little bit farther. But very smart placement by him. He doesn't want to commit too much because the Zerg can see that, and they are going to move in and try to get us around on that tank.
He Marauders in front of this so the tank doesn't go down, but it looks like there's just no hope. The tank goes down, and now Nox should back off like he does to his spine crawlers. Let them take care of it now that the tank's not there. There's not too huge a threat, as you get a Baneling Nest, as well as missile attacks level 1 and glial reconstitution.
Yeah, definitely a good call on the Baneling's Nest. I do not see where that's going up yet. Oh, there it is. But that's really going to help. And finally, a good placement by that tank, getting it farther away, going in with some of his Bioball units and drawing those roaches out into the range of the tank. And that tank...
Yeah, it's definitely a good play. I'd really like to see RippnTerran expand right now. He's got 1,000 resources. He's putting the pressure on. He should really get his natural up so he can catch up the economy.
Yeah, he's really had no reason to worry about a defensive, an offensive push from Nox. He's been in control this whole game. Look at the resource right now, over 1,000, and at 60 under 83 supply. So definitely should be throwing that command center, right here, or maybe even being tricky and going all the way up to the top right corner or something, just to keep it hidden.
Yeah, it looks like Nox should be fine. He does have these Banelings out now. They'll definitely be able to repel the remaining Terran forces. It'd be nice if he could pick off this tank like he's trying to do, and once he does that, he really just should be fine. Those Banelings will just get in there.